sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert, to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, to the murky depths of the Mariana Trench, to the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast.
Yo, what is up, everybody? This is episode 85 of the Dummast Podcast, and I know it's been a minute. And I'm sorry. I'm definitely sorry about it. Didn't mean to stay that long, but you know what? I just couldn't. It had nothing to do with like not having anything to talk about, not being in a certain mood or whatever, not being in a rut. It had nothing to do with that. It was more so just like I know the show needed a change, and I know, I wanted to do some other things like work on some different type of content, and just trying to put everything into perspective on what I wanted to do. And we are gonna get some changes to the Dummast Podcast. You're gonna actually get the show more. You're gonna see more of the show, and more of the show actually live with interactions from people that's watching live. So I think that's gonna be cool. Another programming alert: we're getting a wrestling show, so we can stop talking about wrestling all the time on the flagship Dummast Podcast. So that's gonna be cool. So look out for that. We probably gonna air that next week and record that tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go do it live yet. So that's another one. We might do that live and then just, we still kind of figuring out. We're going to fly by, just kind of freestyle that. But that show is going to be called The Main Event Marks. So look out for that. Main Event Marks. We finally got a wrestling show. We probably still to talk about a little wrestling on here. But what I felt what we were doing is talking about wrestling too much on the flagship show, which is fine. But, not everybody's a wrestling fan. Wrestling is still a niche hobby out there, so not a lot of people watch that. So I kind of wanted to like keep doing what I was doing with the podcast, but also speak to another love I have, which is pro wrestling. So kind of flesh those ideas out. But like I said, none of this had anything to do with like a lack of anything to talk about or like anything else, anything like a mental block or like writer's block or anything. Had nothing to do with none of that stuff. It was just like, what's the best way to go forward with what I'm doing, and if I still even wanted to do this. I ain't gonna lie, I struggle with that. Like, do I still want to do the podcast, or do I want to strictly put all my efforts into doing a wrestling show? And I don't know, man. Like I went back and forth, but I love this. I love the Dummast Podcast. I love what I do, and I love the people who do this with me. So I'm gonna keep at this, and like I said, you guys are gonna get more. It's gonna work out for the best, because you guys are gonna get more of just the regular Dummast Podcast, us talking about whatever's current, whatever's trending. But also I'm gonna get to dive into to a hobby of mine, a love of mine, and that's pro wrestling. So stay tuned for the Dummast Podcast. Stay tuned for the Main Event Marks. We'll definitely you'll definitely see more of Icekold. But man, so much has happened. It's been like 4 months. I think the last time I did a show was I want to say February or March. Most likely March, I think it was. I think I did the episode 84 in March. So it's like 4 months, 5 months, somewhere around there. So I'm sorry. But I'm back. I'm back at it. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you'll get more of the Icekold, more Captain Great, more more of the regulars. You'll definitely get that Sahai and Mike, and hopefully we can get Ty back in here. Ty was on one of the last shows. Like, I don't know if it was the last one, maybe it was the one before last, but that was cool for him to come back and get back in the mix, get back in the roster. So um, got a good show for you today. Me and Cap the Great, we just kicking it, talking about whatever. We do talk about a little wrestler in here, but we gonna say the good stuff for the main event marks. But I'm gonna get into that, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll talk about something. I want to, you know what I want to talk about. One like so much has happened. Diddy trial, this administration just this ass backward administration, all these government changes, just so much has been happening with immigration and ICE and these ICE raids, and you had protests all over the country. We had almost had World War III. So much has happened since I talked to y'all. So much since I did a show. So I can't get into everything, and I probably will go back and get to some of them things, especially when it gets to high on there, because me and him we like to talk politics. But we definitely talk about a lot of good things with Captain Gray. We talk about sports, Chicago Cubs. We talk about the Honky Tonk Man in pro wrestling. We talk about the fight, Taylor versus Serrano. We talk about a lot, so I definitely want to get into that, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about something that's very current right now, and it seems like we can't shake it, we can't get rid of it, and what that is them Epstein files. But let me get into the chat with Cap the Great, and let's get it. Peace. What's up, my boy? What's up, my boy Cap the Great? What's good with you, bro?
My dog, Icekold, man. Chilling, man. How you
I'm
living,
good.
man?
I'm good. Just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get back in the swing of things. Took some months
I'm
off,
really
man.
glad to have
I
you
don't know,
back.
bro. It's been everything been good, bro. Everything been copacetic. It's been like, man, when was the last time I did a podcast? It was like shit, February, March, something like that. It's been a minute, man. I had to take some
Yeah,
time off to see what's what. I know I wanted to make some changes, but and I'm still
yeah,
trying to flush shit out. Of course, I wanted to do something geared to wrestling and stuff like that, and I think we got that handled. Um, but I want to
hmm
mainly just get on here, touch base with you, see what you've been up to, bro. What's been good with you?
man. Same old same, man. Grinding. Keeping the business up
Okay,
ticking. You know what I mean? Just added, t-shirt creations to the business. So, trying to indulge in that a little bit.
I feel you.
Get some revenue going a
I
little
feel
bit.
you. I feel you. So what's been up, man? What you been paying attention to? What's out there that you've been paying attention to that you've been into, man? I know it's like I said, it's been months since we did this. Of course, we speak every day in the chat, whatever. But like,
Yeah.
what's been on your radar?
To be honest, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. A whole lot of wrestling. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
No bullshit. And then, just, getting into the other side of content, you know what I mean? Let's digging deeper and using other tools, trying to start doing things that's less
Hmm.
time, you know, to gain more attention.
Right.
And I think that's the thing in the world of content creating now. Like most people, creating quick stuff and they in and out with it. So I'm trying to jump in that lane too, working on something right now. To be
Okay.
unpopular,
To be unpopular, what's
it
that?
yeah, it's kind of, tackling the unpopular opinion or
Ah, okay. I
just
got
unpopular
you. Okay.
things, you
That
feel
make a
me?
lot of sense.
And yeah, and it kind of just stem off like the conversations we always have, you know what I mean? And it just the inspiration comes from a lot of that. And me and my boy was talking a couple of weeks ago, and he just asked me one of them questions like he just hit a trigger. He's like, man, who is the most cheatingest, winningest motherfucker in wrestling, and it just bam. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, that's
So I
crazy.
mean, so who do
You
you
know what I'm
think? Who
saying?
is the most cheatingest motherfucker in wrestling?
Bruh, I said Ric Flair. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like I had to dig even deeper as far as managers go, and then the manager wrestler duo. You know what I'm saying? It ended up turning out to be damn Honky Tonk Man and Mouth of the South Jimmy
Mm.
Hart. You know, so I'm doing a little. I got something going on with Honky Tonk Man that I'm about to drop soon. You know what I'm saying? That I done put together the first episode to be popular. Then the
Hold
next
on,
is
bro.
I'm gonna do a little series too.
Let's dwell on this honky tonk man for a second, because like, and just so y'all know, I'm not farting. This part of my chick keep rubbing up against the table. It sound like I'm
That was
farting. All right, you heard this shit. Motherfuckers gonna think I'm just sitting up here on this podcast farting and shit. Nah, bro. Like, look. I
it.
can't do. Ain't doing it now. They just keep rubbing up against this table. But you hit on Honky Tonk Man, right? And I remember
Mhm.
as a kid, and I used to love wrestling as a kid. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I've always been a wrestling fan, a pro wrestling fan. I couldn't stand when that man came on my fucking screen, bro. Bro,
Anytime,
I
bro.
did like Vince McMahon, especially in the WWE territory back then, where you had, um, these over the top characters. That
Hmm.
was too over the top to me. Elvis impersonator running around with the Intercontinental. He had the
Come on,
Intercontinental Championship forever. He had that motherfucker
bro.
forever, bro. Like, and
Almost two
I could not
years.
stand that shit, bro. I was not a fan. I was not a fan. I couldn't stand that
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like, and back then, I used to love heels. I used to love heels back then, bro. I couldn't
Hmm.
get with the jelly roll haircut and the sideburns. I could not get with it. I couldn't stand anytime that honky tonk man was on my screen. I couldn't stand that shit, bro. I couldn't stand that shit.
Hey, it's so fitting for his name too, right?
Yeah.
Like just
And
when
it
you
ain't got
want to be disrespectful
and
to
here's the
him,
thing,
you
it
know
ain't
what I'm
got
saying?
nothing
Like,
to do with like just the fact that he was up there with a guitar and shit like that. Because I like Jeff Jarrett. I like Jeff Jarrett
yeah,
when he hit
most
you over the
definitely.
head with the guitar and call you slap nuts. It's like
Yeah, and see, his stick was different though from
his
Honky
stick,
Tonk, and you know what I'm
his
saying?
whole stick in WWE, and I want to clarify that in WWE,
Yeah.
his whole stick was an Elvis impersonator. Then he came out with the one piece onesie. You know what I'm saying? The onesies and shit
Oh
like
my
that.
Jesus,
I
man.
wasn't a fan, bro. I
Segment.
wasn't a fan. And like even when I look at Elvis, to me when Elvis, not that I was around when Elvis was around, but you kind of you follow the careers of people through documentaries and whatever they show you now on TV. But to me, when I look at Elvis, he started going downhill when he started wearing them rhinestone one piece joints. Back in the day when he had the jeans
Facts.
and shit on, and he was, doing all this
He
shit
was cool.
and wop Bob Luke, not wop Bob. What was that? The Jailhouse Rock shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That shit was
All right.
cool, but
Uh-huh.
you could tell it was with him. It was coming to an end when he had them rhinestone fucking one piece suits in that
Yeah,
it
nah.
got way too over the top. You know what I'm saying? So when I see Honky Tonk Man in that shit, I was just like, bro, get this motherfucker off my screen. Like it was too over the top, bro. To the point, like you say, he was
Yeah.
always. I don't even remember that shit. That shit. If you want to talk about go away heat, that was go away heat. I did
Him.
not like that shit. Get it off my screen. Get it off my screen. He could have been a face. It didn't matter if he was face or heel. I just did not like the Honky Tonk Man, bro. I did. I felt not, it, bro. I just felt so. I guess you could say it. I felt offended by it. Even as a kid, I felt offended by that shit because it's like, bro, you
Mhm.
really expect me to believe this Elvis impersonator? This Elvis impersonator is a bro. They had a fucking chicken. They had a fucking Red Rooster. They had they had
They had a
they had
bruiser. They had a
bumblebees running
plumber.
around. They had garbage man. They had clown. They
Man,
had people
Easy
in
Yankum.
spikes wearing spike outfits. They had the Pink and Black Attack, which was the Heart Foundation. They had so many over the top characters, but Elvis
Yeah.
impersonator dancing in the middle of the ring was too much for me, bro. It was too much. I couldn't take it, bro.
Yeah, that was a slap in the
I
face to
couldn't
me.
take it. I did
I
not like
definitely
it.
didn't like it.
Just get it off my screen. Get it off my screen. To the
I
point
told,
when he came out, I went to go get a sandwich or something or a bowl of cereal or something as a kid, bro. I could. I
yeah, I'm out of there.
the Honky Tonk Man was not my cup of tea. People out there might have liked the Honky Tonk Man, just not me, bro. Like like I said, it had not. It
I
wasn't.
didn't.
It was just too much for me, bro. It was too much, and I just didn't. It didn't appeal to me at all, bro. Like, matter of fact, it was the other way around, bro. I just didn't like that shit.
Man, bro, I swear, bro. You telling me, man, when I seen that and he popped up, I was like, oh my geez. I'm like, out of
And
all
not here's
people,
the thing.
I'm like, it gotta be this
Not
guy.
here's the thing. Here's another thing. Not only was he a Elvis impersonator, he was a bad Elvis impersonator. It was horrible, bro. Like that,
It was the worst.
bro.
It was the worst. It was the worst remake of
I've
anything
seen
that you could
much
put
better
together.
Elvis impersonators than that. Like that
I done seen better impersonators on the Vegas Strip, bro, than I have been watching my time at a Honky Tonk Man.
bro.
You
I
know what I'm
couldn't
saying?
stand the Honky Tonk Man, and it had nothing to do with champion. I mean, yeah, it kind of did because he just had that motherfucking belt for so fucking long, bro. I think he had that mother,
And then he beat my favorite. He beat my favorite wrestler, the Steamboat. You know what I mean? One of my favorite wrestlers. He beat Ricky the Steamboat. They let him get
bro.
over
Ain't
on him
such a
though.
bro.
Out of all
That's a
people,
see to let Honky Tonk Man beat Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who was a fucking legend, who actually
super
who
legend.
was just cool as shit, bro. Like that come out with the fucking dragon. That shit's over the top. That shit was over the top,
Uh,
but Honky Tonk Man was out of the stratosphere, bro. Like that wasn't the top. That was the heaven, bro. That motherfucker was that they jumped. Put it
that
like
was
that. As
bench.
crazy as them characters was in WWE back in the day, the Honky Tonk Man is considered jumping the shark for me as a kid
Facts.
trying to watch that shit. I can't identify with this shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
Yeah, I can't get
get
jiggy
that
with
shit
this
off
shit.
my screen. But anyway, I didn't invite you here to talk. Man, I just I was just kicking the bobo, bro. I had no plans on talking about the Honky Tonk Man at all. But I mean
Yeah,
that it. I'm trying to think of some other wrestlers I just couldn't stand to see on my screen.
bro, it's another. I can go on and on, bro. I mean, and like I said, I went on the whole rabbit hole after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, what else I can find out? You know, I got to looking at the records, the funny looking records. Like I watched the whole Get Back of like Goldberg, bro, and I like now that I watched that, I'm like, that's how this motherfucker was getting all these damn unexpected wins. You know what I'm saying? And nobody never knew where he was getting at. This motherfucker wrestling in the power plant house. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
that
No
shit was
TV
so
wrestling matches.
manufactured. They were just coming up with. You know he didn't win.
Stupid.
You know he didn't go. What was it? 108, 176 or some shit like that.
It's stupid.
Bro, they was
Stupid, bro.
manufacturing wins, bro. They were like just coming up with the shit. He wasn't. He did not win that many
Bro,
times, bro. He might have been like 50-0, 50-0, but he wasn't like they were just like because I can't.
he was counting his practice
Bro,
fights.
here's the like. I don't think they had. I don't think WWE. I'm sorry, WCW at the time had live shows like WWE
They
have
didn't.
always did. They didn't. So you can't have Goldberg 50-0, and then the next Nitro he 57-0. That shit don't make sense, bro. Like what? Where the fuck did he get these 7 wins from? This shit was fucking crazy, bro. Like, but
And,
Goldberg don't bother me. That didn't bother me at all because you know,
Yeah, it
if
was
I
the
can
company
relate
that
to
made
it,
me mad doing what they
if
was
I
doing.
one thing Goldberg did, you could relate to it, and there was some level of interest there. There was some level of,
Hmm.
you can what do they call it? You can associate yourself with the character. There was something there. He might have been shit in the
Right.
ring, but if he can get you emotionally invested, then that's all that really counts. Then that's what wrestling is. I don't care what the fuck. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say I don't care what you do in the ring, but if you can get somebody emotionally invested in the product, and you can get butts and seats, and you can sell a ticket, and you weren't horrible on the mic, because I mean, even now, Goldberg's not bad on the mic. He's okay. Um,
Man, he better than he ever been on the mic.
yeah,
Now
this
you
is
want to be
true.
for
This is
real.
true. This is true.
He never really did
Being on
anything, you know what
TV
I mean, as far as
after
that goes.
his wrestling career, being on TV helped out a lot. But no, like
Right,
I
right.
see the appeal with Goldberg, but there are just some, and this is not our wrestling show. Maybe this is something we could do for the wrestling show,
Yeah, we
and
gonna
just
get in
go
it.
through
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the.
for
And I'm
sure.
gonna think about that. Go through all the characters that I just could not stand on my TV. Like, like
Yeah.
there's one thing to not like someone, but to have someone be so bad, the gimmick is so bad that you just like, I don't want to see you. Who thought of this shit? Who thought of this shit, bro? Literally,
Crazy.
WWE had a chicken pop out of egg. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Honky Tonk Man, I just didn't want to see that, bro. I just didn't. As a kid, and even as an adult now, when I see it, I'm like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea? Was it Vince? Was it Bruce Pritchard? Who the fuck thought that was a good
Bro,
idea? But anyway, I digress, bro.
you know who it was, bro. Look, we gonna get on that on Wrestling Marks. Don't even worry about that, y'all.
Yep,
Don't even
yep,
worry.
yep, yep. So what else been going on, bro? What you been up to, man? What else is on the
Man,
radar, man?
man, overall, beyond that, got the interview tomorrow on the Tony Tower Sports podcast, you know what I mean, with another little indie local wrestler. Shout out to LaFaro Ellis, Pharaoh King to be exact. He'll be on the show tomorrow. What else been on my radar? I've been peeping out these trials a little here and
Man,
there,
you talk about that
you
Diddy
know.
trial, bro?
Bro, it got crazy with that, didn't it? But when we cut, believe it or not, we was doing some decent coverage when it came to the beginning of that. You know what I'm
So
saying? We was all in
so
it
we
together
hadn't
doing
talked.
that.
We hadn't talked while the trial was going on, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
from what I see and the way I take away, this was all. I got a couple points here. This was all set up to embarrass a black man, and I can't see it no other way, bro. I can't see it no other way. They didn't really go in there and prove that this was a RICO at all. It was all
Hmm.
about, let's defame him, let's get out the baby oil, let's put out that he's a cuckold. Basically, that's what Diddy is. He's a cuckold. He likes watching men fuck his girl. Now,
That part.
as a man, I can't like, it's just not my cup of tea. Some people might be into that shit. It's just not me. It's not my cup of tea. I don't get off like that. But at the same time, everybody watches porn. You ain't got no problem watching porn. Watch it, but I guess it's different because that's your girl or whatever. Some people just get off like that. It's not me. It's not my cup of tea. But I mean,
Hmm.
just going back to the trial, it just seemed like the whole thing was to embarrass him, and they wind up losing the majority of what they were trying to get him, what they were trying to get him for. Um,
Shout out. We thank Cassie for that.
and Cassie, to me, she sounds just as culpable. She sounded like she was the queen pin of the
Right.
thing. Now you can say whatever you want. Well, if that's the case, why was he beating her ass? She was still a subordinate. She wasn't at the top. She was like in second place or third running that shit. But
Right.
I ain't saying it's cool to get your ass beat, but like she sound like she was running the show. They put out a tape.
She
They put
was.
out a tape, like an audio tape of her calling and threatening to kill someone. Like bitch, you sound like you running the shit. You know what I'm saying? You sound like you enjoying this shit too. Not only are you running it, but you having fun during this shit. You're getting off. Like you like it. You like being what was the stripper name? What was the dude name?
Oh, the dude,
Yeah, what
old
was his
dude.
name? Fuck the Hammer, the Punisher. What the fuck was the
The hammer dude. Hey,
the
look, that's
Punisher, bro?
ridiculous,
She
bro.
like getting punished.
The Punisher, yeah, that
She
was.
like,
Hey, look, no, hey, he said he couldn't even. He just came in for with a job already to be done. You know
bro,
what I'm saying? He didn't have to do
bro.
nothing else.
Here's the thing. Like I said,
That's wild.
seemed like the whole thing was to yeah. Did they try to get him? Yeah, but none of this shit held up. Them motherfuckers threw that shit out
Yeah,
like, nah, bro. This ain't no fucking a Rico. You trying to because he called some bitches up and said, "Look, I'm gonna fly you out here." That you charging them on a Rico. I'm calling California to get some girls on a plane. Oh yeah, that's it. You know what? Legally, it is against the law to do that shit. It's against the
is
yeah,
it?
bro. You can't. Apparently, you can't call a bitch like okay. So you in California, you can't get on the phone and call Vegas and be like, hey, I got some planes for you. Even if it's just one girl, just be like, hey, I want to have plans. You know, we got plans, and I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna take you there, and then afterwards, you know, we might fucking suck a little bit. So, you know, we might get it all. That's against the law. That right there is against the law, which is crazy to me. And all that did,
That's what I'm saying. That shouldn't even
right?
be there.
And all and the people got in that fucking jury room, and they deliberated, and they were like, okay, so yeah, he broke the law, but is this like all he did was tell some
Is this
all he
really? Is this
all
really
he did
the?
was tell some dudes or some women to get on a plane and fly over here. We'll get them on a prostitution because it's prostitution and it's sex trafficking. But like a whole a whole RICO case, like this is a criminal enterprise. They threw that shit out, bro, because they weren't having it. Not threw it out.
Bro, you down there can't even down there get him for that though, bro. If you wanna, let's be for real. If that's the case, we gonna have to go back and get a gang of people. You know what I'm saying? For doing just that. You know what I'm saying? If they consider and flying somebody out, asking somebody to come do this, it only turns into that if somebody snitch and be like, hey, he under consent, under not under my consent. He sent me over here. I was forced to get on the plane.
Bro,
They
I
drugged me,
can
and then
literally
I woke up on the
bro.
flight, and I was all of a sudden in a room with a Punisher mask on. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go
And
crazy. Like
here's my thing.
it's
Here's my
wild,
thing
dude.
about it, bro. Here's my thing. Where does the law end and where does it begin? Like, is it strictly
Mm,
just planes? If I tell a girl, hey, and I'm calling from Virginia, and I say, hey, you're in Maryland, which is the next state over, and I say, hey, drive across here, so I could, me and you can have sex. Is that against the law? Like, I don't like that shit. Sounds so crazy to me that that's against the law. It just leads me to believe that they just have laws in place just so they can get somebody on something. If it ever come down to it,
yeah,
so you know you can incriminate. I mean, look, they got Al Capone on. They didn't get him on no kind of real criminality, but tax evasion. It's like they gotta have
right.
something in place so they can get an easy charge on you, and that's
Look, Ben McLemore right now. That's another one that's been on my radar lately. Uh, just doing he was doing the show the other day, and I had seen a video before the show where I was just thinking about like what happened. You know how you be sitting there and you just randomly think about somebody like, yeah, I wonder what happened to this
who was
person. You know
that?
what I'm saying?
Macklemore.
Ben McLemore, he was a
Okay,
basketball player, man. He was a hell of a
what
pick
happened to
too.
him?
You know, he played for the Kings, but long story short, bro, he got caught up in this rape case. And the rape case when he just got
Mm-hmm.
sentenced like a couple of days ago
Mm.
for real. But overall, right, the chick was sleep on the couch, I guess. They would sleep on the same sofa, one on the other end, the other one on the other end. She woke up and he was like, she woke up under, the influence, not knowing who it was or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, start doing whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Sucking him and all this other is, you know what I'm saying? And they got to doing what they was doing. And she went back and told them, you know, oh, he raped me type of thing. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
but
They
did
don't
did
got no
they ain't got no
proof.
proof other than her word?
They ain't just but just her saying, and it's really is where it's at too. I think it's like in Oklahoma or something like that, bro. Like where it happened at. You know what I'm saying? Like when you in a place like that, they not gonna even look back or care to look back. That's just due to ultra racism anyway.
Bro,
You know what I'm
bro, like
saying?
I said, bro.
And they using that heavy on him
Like I
right now, bro. It's
like I
sad
said,
for
and it's
real.
crazy because me and my boy was talking about it earlier. They are really, and here's the thing: when it come to rape, when it come to all those other things, man,
Hmm.
it's bad. Like nobody want to go through that. Nobody want to. It's bad. All that stuff is bad, but at the same time, you have to. I don't know, bro. You got to look at it better. You got to, like, yes, everybody should take anybody complaining of sexual harassment seriously. 100%, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you got to take the whole. You got to you got to take the whole thing. You just can't base it off. Well, this person said that, and then now everybody judging them because, like I said, Diddy, he should have been moving different, but motherfuckers like what they like, and I ain't saying just because you like this, you should be able to do it. But at the same time, they tried to build a whole case to try to say this was a criminal organization. And it was just some freaky motherfuckers, bro.
They just
All
being
it was
freaky
some
as
freaky
hell.
motherfuckers. Nobody said no,
Crazy, dude.
bro. It's just crazy. But here's my whole caveat: you trying to tell me the motherfucker we had on the silk red robe with the cigar, he never did none of this shit.
Oh no, we know.
You trying to tell me Hugh
We
Hefner
know.
wasn't doing it? Literally, it was worse. This was his house. He had, like, you can go over his house anytime, and it was naked women just all
It's
over the
jumping.
place. It was a constant party. You trying to tell me nobody was doing drugs over there? You trying to tell me wasn't no baby oil? Because them girls look oiled up. They look oiled up. Them was some oiled up snow Playboy bunnies, bro.
Come on
Like,
now.
you trying to tell me none of that went on? See, and this is it,
I
this
know
is
it
the
did.
crazy part. Like I said, it's all to embarrass and defame someone who they think is getting way too much, who think they is way too powerful. And
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Tyler Perry shit. I listened to that.
I ain't really heard nothing
But
else about that.
there was a conversation that came out between him and the alleged person.
Well,
He
I remember, yeah, that's the last thing
Right,
I heard about
because
him and the
nobody
dude.
really. Once you see the text message back and forth, you don't really see nothing now. He
Right, yeah, it ain't
flirting,
nothing.
but he's a bad flirt. Like, he don't even know how to flirt right. Dude, look at that stud next to that Sea-Doo water machine. Like, that ain't not like y'all was talking like
Uh,
he talking about clapping cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Clapping
right.
another dude cheeks and
He
not
wouldn't
like that.
say
He
none
wasn't
of
saying
that.
nothing. He was trying to flirt.
He didn't even know how to say it if that's what he wanted
Exactly.
to
It
say.
sounded like somebody was just trying to drum up something. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. It sounded like they fishing to me. But I mean, but you
I
could
agree.
take it with you could take this with a lot of cases that came and went. But I don't know, man. It like I said, it just sounded like she was part of it, and they were reaching. They could have probably had a better case if they just kept it in prostitution. They need to
Yeah.
stop with them Ricos. Them Ricos don't be working because
I just don't understand why they even made it a
look,
Rico
they couldn't
situation.
get
I'm telling
Trump.
you, it only
They
turned into
couldn't get
that.
Trump on a
You said
Rico. They
what?
couldn't get Young Thug on a Rico. They can't get fucking Diddy on a Rico. Stop with the fucking Ricos, then, and just build real cases. Build real cases. Stop
Yeah,
with the
y'all really,
Ricos.
y'all really blew the Rico where y'all couldn't get
Yeah,
Trump.
they couldn't.
Then y'all turned around and got the YSL And y'all messed that whole. We watched y'all mess that
That was a
whole
funny
damn
trial. It was
shit
a lot of funny,
all the
crazy
way
shit
up.
that went on in that trial too.
Oh man, that was a
I
clown.
mean,
That was a
the whole
circus
the
for real.
judge, the judge tried. That was crazy. The judge trying to conspire with the other lawyers, and they caught him up. And then, how did you
Nuts,
get that? How did you get that?
nuts.
They fucked that fucking
Man,
trial up.
you know how he got that shit.
Man, man.
Yeah,
What's been
dude.
going on?
Now we
What's
got
been
Diddy.
going on in the fight game, bro?
Man, we just got done watching the Serrano versus
How did
Taylor for the
how
17th time. I'm sick of it. I'm glad it's over with.
how many times had Serrano won?
Three
No, I
times,
know the
bro.
fight went on 3 times. How many?
She lost every time.
I thought she at least won one of them
Yeah, I
motherfuckers,
know.
bro. She got her first payday
That's what
though.
I
Let's
said, dude.
let's say that. Shout out to, and I know you ain't gonna like this, but shout out to Jake Paul for getting that girl some money finally.
This motherfucker. The
Hey, that's a real one,
I
man.
don't
He
even
trying to get people
understand this
paid,
guy.
bro. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, he need to pay a real boxer then
Serrano's a
to
real
come whoop
boxer.
his ass
Amanda
because that.
Serrano's a real boxer.
No, I'm saying he need to pay a real boxer, Jake Paul. You don't want to get too crazy on this guy, but I'm just saying he need to pay
You
somebody.
hate the Paul brothers so much, and I know it's not just you. It's a lot
Man,
of people.
look, maybe it's just the character in me. You know what I'm saying? That just got an issue with their character. Now, as far as they hustle go, I can't knock it.
But that's all
It's
it is
grand.
to me.
You know
That's
what I'm
all it
saying?
is to me. Like,
But Jake Paul, it's just something about the guy, dude. Like, ain't no
bro,
way,
I'm
bro.
telling.
Like, ain't no way
I bet you right now.
you
I bet
fought
you right.
you fought nothing but
Why does
has-beens,
that
bro.
bother you so
Nothing
much?
but
Why does that
has-beens.
bother you?
Man, look at
Is Jake Paul saying he the best in the world? I don't know. He could be. He's saying he the
yes,
best in the world. I've never heard him say.
yes.
I'm not saying you lying.
And it's
I'm not
corny
saying you lying because I don't
because
know enough about him. I do. I know what I
look,
know.
it's corny, bro. It's corny because your ass ain't even been boxing 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And you out here, you know, not your best knockouts is Nate Robinson still to this day. And that's horrible.
Man, I put it like this.
Then everybody you done fought, bro, is over the age of 50. They easily got a 20-year gap on them,
Mm.
brother. Let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like I've been said it in the beginning when it came to him and doing this, like he ain't doing nothing but making the community look bad because he coming in and he making room for his own kind of control. You know what I'm saying? And the way you do that is with your promotion. You know, and then he's a master promoter. Like you win automatically, bro, when you know how to push
Mm.
anything, you know what I'm saying, in the masterful way. So like I said, I study them like that because they good at that. You know what I'm saying? And they show you what to do when you got an opportunity. But overall, like, you know, trying to prove yourself and put yourself in this spot that you really ain't never been in, even though you hearing you say you can do it. When he get in the ring, bro, he is now considered a ranked fighter.
Who's
And
who put him as a rank? Who's
huh?
putting him as a rank fighter?
The
Okay.
WBA,
All right. So here's the thing:
WBC.
if the WBC is have him as a rank fighter, is that really his fault? Is that really on him? It's not like he can pick up the phone and tell
No,
the
I'm
WBC.
saying now that he is, ain't no. But see, this is what he fought to get to. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? So, and all fighters got to take them tomato can ass fights to get to a point where they like, okay, this guy actually doing something. We can put him
I
in the
I
rankings
gotta look
now
at this,
and
bro.
put him in
I'm
it.
sorry. I don't mean to doubt
Bro,
you.
he's number
I don't mean to
14.
doubt you.
He is number 14 right now. And the
WBC
actual man, like
is Jake Paul
I think it's cruiserweight. I
a
think that's his weight
is
class.
Jake Paul a ranked? Hold on. We're asking
Telling
ChatGPT ranked
14.
fighter.
Watch chat tell you.
I love ChatGPT, by the way.
Hey, yeah,
This,
me too, man. Shout
hey,
out chat, man. Anybody that hate on chat,
hey,
y'all
my
some
Chat
haters.
GPT told me his name was Nova. Just letting you know, so I call him Nova. I asked Chat GPT. I was like,
Yeah, that's
I was
hard.
like, Chat GPT, what's your name? If you was a human, what would your name be? Chat GPT was like, Oh, my name Nova, dog.
That's hard.
Bro, this shit thinking. ChatGPT, like, man, I'm asleep. Leave me alone. It's 2:22 a.m. It ain't even coming up.
Hey, like,
I
why you
believe you,
messing
man.
with me,
I believe you.
Jake Paul?
So he a rank. That's crazy.
14 in the
Now, to
rankings right
me,
now, bro.
that's a
But
stretch.
he got to fight
To me,
somebody
that's a
now.
stretch to making him a ranked fighter because
No, it is. It is.
it's
It
a
is.
stretch because he has not fought any ranked fighters. So how could he move up that much
Not
in rank?
none. You ain't even fought no boxer, bro. Let's be the boxer you have fought was Tommy Fury, and then it was like well, you know what? Let me take that back. I think he fought like 2 or 3 boxers for real. Outside, like Mike Tyson, I don't even like counting Mike because Mike ain't even in the damn fight
He's
game
not
no more.
ranked.
You know what
He
I'm
doesn't
saying?
even like I don't know how is he even a licensed Jesus. Jake Paul has officially become a
No,
ranked boxer.
yes,
After defeating
he's a
WC
licensed
middleweight.
boxer, bro.
Oh, you know what? No. So he defeated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That's why.
Right, which is still a
He's a
registered
registered
boxer.
boxer. He's
You
a
know what I'm
licensed
saying?
registered boxer as a cruiserweight. So
Right.
yeah, I
So
mean,
to do that,
then I can
you
see
make
that.
it into the
So you say he
rankings.
didn't fight nobody?
But that ain't nobody either,
He was
bro.
a
Julio
champion. How is he
Cesar
not?
Chavez,
How
bro.
was that a nobody?
That nigga's a coke
But
head,
he's a
bro.
champion.
He's a coke head.
He's a champ.
He wouldn't.
You might have
I'm
to come
telling
off
you,
this bias, bro. I'm not saying
nah,
dude is
nah,
the
bro.
truth. I'm not saying dude is the truth. I respect their hustle like you
I'm gonna
said.
prove everybody. I'm gonna prove everybody
I'm
wrong. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong once he get that actual first fight, bro. He got to fight that real fighter, that fighter that be in the gym hitting them speed bags for real. And,
bro.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
fought
Hitting that heavy
so
bag for
so.
real,
What do you call Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I don't like saying the whole thing.
bro. A tomato
A
can.
champion. He's a cruiserweight champion.
He really wasn't worth that, bro. He literally was just there taking up space, bro. At that point,
Okay.
like
Okay.
think of Julio Cesar
It's,
Chavez
I gotta
ain't
look and
even
see
really
who else
fought
in. Yeah, so
nobody.
I was about to say that. I gotta look and see who else in that
You know
division.
what I'm saying?
I gotta see who else in that division, but he
But
could.
now he in the division now where it's some head knockers. And you've been trying to
But
call him out
Chavez
for a
Jr. was
minute.
the head of that division. I don't know, bro. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not saying anything. I don't. I honestly think them dudes are very, very business savvy when it comes to their name
Yeah.
and their brand. And I do know.
Logan, on the other hand, nah, he kind of sticking to me a little bit. I ain't gonna
Look
hold
at
you.
you! Look at you!
Look, I
Look
might not.
at
Hey, I
you!
might not like him. I might not like him just for the fact of like, damn, like how y'all let this man come in here and damn near like outdo some of the people that's in there at the like.
He took that shit.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what it
plain
is?
as
Like I
day.
told you,
It's plain
he
as
took
day.
that shit seriously.
He
And
really
you
did.
gotta
He really
respect the
did.
man for it. You gotta respect Logan Paul for it
Yeah,
because he went into the WWE. He went into professional wrestling, and he took it serious.
facts.
He wasn't joking around. He wasn't playing. He learned that shit. He learned how to take bumps. He
Yeah,
learned how to run ropes and things like that. He learned how to condition himself. And say what you want, and a lot of wrestlers, a lot of professional athletes would tell you they can't do what most guys in WWE can do when it comes to conditioning and stamina. Shayna Baszler said it, who was
hmm
an MMA fighter, and she said the training for this is much more strenuous than the training to be an MMA fighter, which is crazy.
any
Which is
day,
crazy.
any day,
So
bro.
you got to respect Logan for it, but like I
Yeah,
was saying, I respect
but
I
yeah, I hear you.
respect
Go ahead.
their business acumen. Does that mean
Hmm.
he is a great fighter? No, not at all. Logan Paul
Right.
and Chris Paul, Logan Paul and Jake Paul can whoop my ass. They can whoop your ass too. They can whoop ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get in there and take that Nate Robinson
Take
shit.
that check.
You say they can throw them hands all they want. I'm gonna get
but
in there and I'm gonna get
but
that
at the
bread.
same time, they're gonna pick and choose what's best for them because they do not want to get a smudge or a stain on that brand. They know if they take a L, that is an L against not them, but the brand, and that brand is making money. We just that now what we saw
Yeah,
today on Netflix between Serrano and Taylor, that was them. I'm sorry, that was Jake Paul.
that was all. That's all
That's all
brand. Yeah,
Jake
that's
Paul
all
right there.
brand work.
And if
Facts. Yeah,
and you can say Logan Paul too, because that Paul brand is
yeah, that's
that
all
Paul
they
name is a
stuff.
brand.
Yeah,
You know.
right. And like I said, bro, I'm super, ecstatic when it comes to stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just to see, first off, I'm happy to just see two brothers in
Mm-hmm.
business. You know what I mean? Just to be able to talk like that, and no matter if it's white, black, Chinese, whatever y'all want to you look at it. Like to see two brothers like that holding each other down and supporting, and then they like ultra outdo like everything that they down there try to do. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like I definitely commend them on that, bro, because I don't watch them come up from doing their whole YouTube stuff. And believe it or not, Jake Paul really been a knucklehead like for as long as he done been around. You know what I mean? So for people to still like to look at him now, like it's more of a villain look to me than it is assassination of a character when it's talking about Jake Paul because you know he a villain when it's like he ain't fought no other real boxer and da 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 da. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? He's a superhero when it come to being able to supply something for somebody job, just like you said, just like he did for Netflix's man. Them been able to make stuff happen over and over at this point. So yes, kudos to them though for real for that and putting that together
Yeah,
tonight.
I like and like I said, Serrano ain't never made no money until tonight. She never she had a main event.
That's facts.
And when you hear her talk about the Paul, when you hear her talk about Jake Paul, it's nothing but man, this man that changed my life. Her life
Super
has
love.
changed tonight.
Yeah.
She took an L tonight. She took an L tonight, but I don't think she mad. Right now, she thinking about all that money she just
Wow.
made. Now I'm about to look this up. I want to see how much money she made tonight. How much? I'm asking ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT will talk to me tonight.
Yeah, but I know they made a wop, bro. I know they made a wop for real. Anything coming off of that promotion, they gonna make their money. That's for
That's
sure.
Netflix money right there, baby.
Yeah, you can't lose with that. I don't care what you're talking about.
All right,
You know.
ChatGPT spitting it out for me. But yeah, hold on.
And tomorrow gonna be crazy too. I can't wait till tomorrow. That's gonna be a good ass fight
She
tomorrow.
just made
Well,
$9 million
the whole
tonight. She
card.
ain't never made no $9 million. 9 million. Now Paul Jake took the devil's cut, right? Jake took the devil's cut.
Oh yeah, we know he did that.
She
Yeah,
took the
hell yeah.
devil's cut, but the it was a $18 million purse. I'm sorry, it was $18 million guaranteed for both Serrano.
For
Yeah,
both
so
fighters.
she made some money.
Mm,
That ain't legacy money, but what she?
shit.
I mean, she might end up after she pay out. I mean, pay the gym and pay everything. She might walk away about 4-5 million, and that's like I mean that could change your life. That's life changing money. It'll change mine. I know that.
Man, 20,000 gonna change my life right now.
20,000. I hear
Let
that, bro. I
alone
ain't even
9
gonna lie,
million. Had to just get lumped over on my head.
bro,
9
bro,
million. Bro, I'm about to go just go to the room and just dump all the money on my body and just
bro.
in the
Somebody
bed
tell me,
with it.
hey, after this fight, I'm giving you 9 million, bro. And after the fight, bro, I could have got my ass whooped. You know what I'm finna do when I go to that room? I'm gonna tell everybody, hey, I just want to be alone. I'm gonna get in that room
Hey
and
man, just
start
let me
crying
be
like a
real
baby,
quick.
bro.
Oh
I'm gonna get
God.
in there. Lord,
Like I don't even know, Lord, what I done did.
the host,
But I
my,
thank you, Lord.
the host of all hosts. You know what I'm saying? I get
Dude,
in there, bro.
every Lord
My
that's
God,
known
bro,
to man, I'm
bro.
thanking
Soon as
every last
bro,
one.
I'm telling you, my knees will hit the floor before the door closed. You know what I'm saying? I'll be thanking of the heavens somebody
Hey, as the
blessed them
door
with money,
closes,
bro.
you're gonna be turning around and
Bro,
hitting the
before
floor.
that door
You
closed, I'll be dropping into this position right here. Lord, please bless me with
yeah, I
sound
know that's
mind to
right.
take care of this money and do right by me. You know what I'm saying? I will,
I
man,
know that's
bro.
right.
I ain't even playing. So let's get to the NBA right quick because I know we had some trades. What
Okay.
other trades you think out there?
Man, believe it or not, I think Giannis, man, he plotting to
Who?
leave. He just trying to think
Giannis
Giannis.
Copper to Capinto? I can't
Yeah,
pronounce it.
you know what I'm saying? I think yeah, go on chop and style him up. Yeah, because I ain't never been able to
Where do you
get it
think he
right
going?
either.
He coming
Uh,
to he going
man,
to Chicago? I heard some talk. I heard some talk
Miami,
about him in Chicago. I heard that.
maybe Miami, maybe Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Them probably the only two places I see him going. He definitely gonna lead the East. If he don't lead the East, he gonna go to Miami. But if he lead the East, he gonna go to Golden State. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? So
chip
I
right
don't, I
there.
don't know
That's
what
a
I
chip.
don't know what's
That's an
gonna happen.
automatic chip right there.
Yeah, either way
That's
it
an
go,
automatic chip.
he gonna make something happen.
That's a
Straight
lot
up.
of big man movement when you got yeah, bro. That's a lot of big man movement.
Yeah, Kevin Durant to the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? That the Rockets. A lot of people hating on that trade because it's Kevin Durant, of course. But I mean, Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. It's just plain and simple. And I would want to fucking Kevin Durant if I was the team that's been struggling for the past 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now getting my feet wet. And I just came from being number two on the Western Conference. You know what I'm saying? Losing to a good ass team like
Hmm.
the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hell yeah, come on, give me Durant. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it
Hmm.
then. So it's a lot of money. OKC signing big players, signing their players back, big money. You know what I'm saying? They just spent, bro, down there 100 million.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No, my fault. Is it with it? So after 999 million, that's a billion. Let me be
Hmm.
correct. They almost done spent $1 billion
That's crazy.
on signing three players, bro.
That's crazy.
In OKC, all over 200+ million. You know what I'm saying? Extension contract. So I don't know where all this money coming from, but I swear I wish I was a player on a bid somewhere or a
Hell
cowboy
yeah.
or something like this. Gee, like there is money just flying everywhere, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, but yeah, NBA. That's all what's going on the
Yeah.
NBA side
We
of
still
things,
what 2-3 months
trades and
away from the
stuff like that.
season. We're
Yeah,
about a month away from
yeah.
preseason.
Summer league
We're
just
about a month
started.
away from NFL
Uh,
preseason. Have you been paying attention to
I can't. That's what I'm
MLB
waiting on,
baseball? You've been paying attention to baseball.
bro. Baseball been all over the
You've
place
been
too a
watching
little bit.
You've been
I ain't
watching my
gonna lie.
Cubs, right?
Nah, dog, ain't nobody watching them
Bro,
motherfuckers, man.
bro.
Nah, they
Cubs be
actually been
putting
doing good. Did y'all beat
Nah,
the
the
Yankees?
Yankees
Y'all beat
whooped
the
our
Yankees
ass today.
today?
Yankees whooped the Cubs ass. But here's the thing, because this has only happened. This has happened a few times this season. Anytime the Cubs get beat like
Right.
that, the very next day they whoop ass. I bet. So Cubs lost 11-0 today.
Dang.
Cody Bellinger, which is a former Cub, he played for the Cubs the last two seasons, hit 3 home runs. He almost hit four.
He play
Yeah,
in New
he
York?
with New York now. He almost hit his fourth,
Oh,
but I think
jeez.
from what I read, I didn't see it. I got to look it up. But from what I read, Kyle Tucker, who was our replacement for Cody Bellinger, robbed him of his fourth home run, which would be crazy. I'm gonna take a look after we start.
Mm,
But yeah, you anytime the Cubs get beat like that, the very next day they just go off, and Cubs has to have the best offense in baseball, or the second. Yeah.
right now?
Mm-hmm. Cubs
All right.
beat the shit out of people. Their run differential is crazy. I think before tonight's game it was 100. They had a 124 plus run differential.
Hmm.
They have people that like the leader in RBIs in both leagues is Seiya Suzuki. He not even going to the All Star game. Like literally,
Mm,
the Cubs should have like 6 or 7 All Stars. PCA is going. P. Crow Armstrong,
yeah.
Kyle Tucker, and Boyd, the pitcher.
I did not know my boy Cody Bellinger went
Yeah,
to the
he with
Yankees,
the
though. That's
Yankees.
crazy.
Cody Bellinger's cool. I liked him on the Cubs. He's not better than Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker. If the
Right.
Cubs can sign Kyle Tucker to a long term deal, they would probably win that division for the Knicks.
They probably wake something up in him too if they give him that bag too.
Pete Crow Armstrong is literally the best player in baseball right now. Like that dude, that kid is crazy. Like 23 years old. He's already stole more than 25 bases and hit 25 home runs.
Is that the dude? Is that the dude that jumped over the damn thing and caught
Bro,
that home run? Robbed the
I'm
dude
gonna
for the
tell you
home
this.
run.
He's made so many crazy ass plays this year. I don't even know what you're talking about. They could very well. It could be. Most likely, it's him. Like this dude is a walking highlight. Like at
That's
23 years
crazy.
old to be this fucking good makes me think, what is he gonna be 5 years from now? Like Pete Crow Armstrong.
Mm.
Yeah, Cubs are stacked. They're stacked from top to bottom. Only problem with the Cubs is starting pitching. They're at times that bullpen can be a little wonky at times, but our we didn't have Shada Imanaga, which is our ace. We didn't have him for like a month and a half, and still is out for the rest of the season. Cubs are two pitchers. Like they can get like a decent guy in a decent starter, and then get a top tier starter. They go into the World Series, and it's crazy because I knew they were going to be good this year, and a lot of people wrote them off, and I'm like, I'm looking at that lineup. I'm like, if Bush has a good season, which I know he is, he's still young and he's showed promise, and he's having a killer season. I didn't think Pete Crow Armstrong would be this good. Pretty much his stats now is what I thought he would finish the season with. He's going to double up. He's going to more than double his projections of what people thought he was going to do. Seiya Suzuki, like I said, is having a monster year. Nico Horner's having a good year. Swanson, not too much. Haps, not too much, but they'll get hot. They're both streaky hitters. Cubs
Yeah,
are putting out a really good team, and I know you don't like the Cubs. You're a White Sox fan. I don't see it.
it's all good, man. Look, we getting it together over
Nah, they're
there
still
too,
in
dog.
last
I ain't
place.
gonna
They're
lie
still
to
in
you,
last place.
dog.
Last year they had the worst.
Nah, it don't matter,
Last year they
man.
had the worst record in baseball history, in modern day
Man, be
history.
looking out for us
And
in
this year,
2026.
they ain't gonna be good anytime soon. They probably
We'll be back
no.
2026. Don't listen to this
I'm
nigga,
thinking
dog.
I'm thinking like 28, 29, bro. They got to build that farm system.
No, yeah, we definitely back in rebuild mode, and we just I think we got that black dude now as the owner now
Yeah,
over there trying to get it right and reconstruct it or whatever. You
yeah.
know what I'm
But
saying? He supposed to be the top a good guy over there.
yeah,
So
I'm looking if Cubs can grab like a third or fourth rotation guy and a monster arm, a monster starter. There ain't
mhm.
nobody beating the Cubs, and I'm putting the Dodgers in there too. They ain't gonna beat the Cubs. Cubs is just Dodgers got a lot of beat up, hurt players.
Dodgers got they got a lot of good players, but like you said, a lot of their players is like
Yeah,
hurt. The ones that matter anyway.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yep. I mean, Cubs have beaten them for the last 2 years, especially at home. They ain't won a game in Wrigley since like 2022. So it's been
I think the Cubs are the ones that beat them when they just went on that recent streak anyway. The Dodgers, I think, right? Ain't they the ones
no,
that kind
no,
of
no,
stopped
no,
them
no. They ain't
anyway?
played the Dodgers. They ain't
Somebody
played the
did. I
Dodgers
can't
since
remember.
April. But they
But I think the Dodgers that might have been around that time where they went
I don't know. I
on
don't
that
know.
little
I don't
run.
know. It's Dodgers. Yeah, Dodgers still in first place, but that's a tough division
Yeah,
they in too. They in a real tough division. They trying to run away from San Francisco and San Diego, which
yeah.
are
I better
both
say
super
yeah,
teams.
yeah. They out there going
Yep.
crazy. Yeah,
Yep. But all right, man. I'm getting sleepy. It's 2:41 a.m. I got this stupid ass microphone sitting right here. I can't. Hey, y'all just gonna have to deal with that until I organize my office, man. Uh, that shit gonna bother me, but whatever, man. It is what it is. Maybe tomorrow I'll change some shit around and get it all set up. But just ignore that shit right there. But
yeah.
I'll holler at you, man. I'll holler at you.
Already, fam.
We got the main event marks coming. We're gonna record that on Sunday, and we'll talk about some more wrestling and hey, come up with some more wrestlers you just can't hate to see on the screen. All right, man.
Yeah, I'll be ready
Yeah,
for
all
you.
right, bro. Peace. Yeah.
Peace.
All right, so first off, I have to apologize. I definitely have to apologize for the way that sounded and the way it looked too. Like I was trying to move some stuff around to try to like right now everything is set up perfect. I like this look. I like this layout. I think it's a little different the way I had it before, but I was trying to do something different, and I just couldn't get it right. And I didn't want to have Cap waiting, so I was like, fuck it, let me just slap some shit together. And so first off, it just looked. The camera was coming in the shot. The camera's in the shot now, but you see the whole camera, so I don't care about that. But like the camera was kind of coming in the shot. Sorry about that. Didn't mean for that to happen, but I had to hurry up and get something down before that man went to sleep or something. In the way it sounded, I couldn't. Again, the way the mic was, it wasn't to my face. So you getting like right now, I'm talking into the mic, but that was like me projecting my sound, it bouncing off the walls, then go to the mic, and it just didn't sound great. Sorry about that. I do better next time, I promise. All right. So why I got y'all here, I'm not gonna talk y'all ear off about these Epstein files. I'm not. I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna like really go into depth about it. First off, this MAGA civil war about these Epstein files is amazing to me. I really love it. I'm really, 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 really digging the MAGA civil war. This shit is hilarious. This shit is hilarious to me. I love it. Keep up the good work, MAGA. All right. So, this whole Epstein list is hilarious to me because I don't fully think MAGA grasps what's really going on with this. They are so dead set on it's Democrats on this Epstein list, where people who's more so grounded in reality knew it might be Donald Trump on this list. It very well could be Donald Trump on this list, especially when we see pictures of him piling and hobnobbing. And there's plenty of pictures going around with a lot of people hobnobbing with Epstein, but it was just always just this weird thing about it. So, like I said, a lot of people rooted in reality knew there's a good chance 40, 45, and 47 could be on this fucking list, right? So now, we get to it. Well, now I'm gonna backtrack a little bit more. For the longest, and you never really hear Donald Trump get into it, but he alludes to it, and he has people allude to it that they're gonna drop the list, or this person might be on this list, and this person might be on this list, and it's just riled up his base to the point they want these names to drop. They want this list to come out, and I don't really fully I don't really think they fully know what's going on and the reason why the list ain't coming out, or the reason why the list never came out. And like I said, the people that's more so down to earth, the best way I could put it, they know Donald Trump most likely is on this damn list. And this is why it's never been released. Don't y'all find this weird? Think about this. This list could have came out years ago. This list was unsealed over a year ago. Shit could have been came out. What's stopping it from coming out? All this time, what has stopped this list? These names on this list. Now, you can redact all the victims and things like that. That's easy to redact that. But why hasn't this list come out? Who's being protected? So, if it's not Trump, it's one of Trump's buddies. Or more than one buddy. Like, it's somebody who's stopping this list from coming out. And like I said, it's a good chance. And I believe Donald Trump might be on this damn list. Or it's some type of information on there he don't want to get out. So now you have MAGA pissed off. They are pissed off to the point it's starting a civil war A MAGA civil war, not a real war, but like a MAGA. They are hot at this administration. They are hot at this administration. They not hot that our they've been screaming about government spending too much money, and Donald Trump just spent a bunch more money. Like, more money is going to be spent to the sum of trillions of dollars after saying, yeah, the government spent too much money. They're not hot about that. They're not hot about all these people losing their government jobs. They're not hot about that. They hot about this fucking list. They are hot about this Epstein list. And I'm not going to say this is Trump's undoing, but this is probably the closest we got to it when it comes to like his base. Like, nah, this shit is fucked up. Release that damn list. And it's crazy to think that this is the road too far. Something that these guys have been saying for years now, 5 years now, that we need to put out the list and we need to root out all these molesters and these grapers and things like that. We need to know. And they're holding to their guns. They want to know. But I don't think it's dawned on them yet that the reason why the list ain't came out is because Donald Trump might be on that motherfucker. That shit right there is fucking crazy. Like, you would think, because they have these people have, I can never pronounce this word, cognitive dissidence. I think that's what it's called. Like, it's Stockholm syndrome or something. Like, they literally will turn their brain into a pretzel to justify the shit that this man has done. But this right here, I don't think they fully know. I think if they really thought he was on the list, they wouldn't want it to come out. I really truly believe that they protect this man at all costs. They really would not want this list to come out if they thought about he could be on there. So it tells you the mind of these people, that it shows you the mind of these people that it's not even dawning on them that he might be on this list. They want to drop that list because they still think Oprah is on this list. They still think Obama is on this list. They still think the Clintons is on this list. Bezos or whoever. They think all these people is on this list, and it hasn't even crossed their mind that one of their heroes might be on this list. But us, rooted in reality, us that are level-headed and on the ground, we know it's a good possibility this motherfucker's on the list, and that's why it ain't come out yet. And the shit that came out today, he was on Truth Social today, and he says, y'all still talking about this list? That list was created by Democrats. So apparently the list was created by Democrats. The list is a hoax. It's created by Democrats a long time ago. Wait, Mr. Trump. You've talked about this list. Not in detail. You haven't gone really in detail to talk about it. At least I can't remember he has. He could have, but I don't remember it. But other people in his administration, other supporters of his, have went into detail about this list and how it is riddled with his enemies, Democrats, and anybody who opposes him. They've talked about it. This was a valid thing. This was a real, tangible, valid thing for MAGA and QAnon and whoever is on that side. I'm not putting all Republicans in that, because not all Republicans live in that world. Not all Republicans live in that space of just, out there conspiracy theories. But MAGA, the motherfuckers, they believe in that shit. They believe in that shit, and they are pissed right now. They are pissed right now. They want a head on a platter because like basically what they just shutting everything down. And it's gonna come out. The truth always find its way. The truth always find its way to the light. It's gonna come out. If he on that motherfucker, it's gonna come out. Elon might get that motherfucker. You know, Elon. If anybody can. And as much as I can't stand Elon right now, as much as I just think this dude is a fucking goofball idiot that plays games and just whatever about Elon. This ain't about Elon. But if it's anybody who can bring this shit out, it's Elon. Elon, and it started getting hot again. To us level-headed people, it started getting hot when Elon said, "Yeah, you on that list." He tweeted it out between on X when Trump and Elon had they falling out. He dropped the first shoe, dropped the first bomb. You know. So I mean, it's a thing. It's a thing we gotta keep watching. I don't think this is the end of it because it's just not going away. It's definitely not going away for Trump. I mean, it's not going away fast enough for Trump. Trump wants this to die. Trump wants this to go away. And I just don't think MAGA is ready for it to go away. And I'm loving every bit of it. Hey, pop up the popcorn. I'm ready for it. Because I would love to see, even if he is on the list, I don't expect anything real to happen. I would think that they would, his base would just come up with a crazy ass excuse like, oh, that ain't real. They'll do something. They'll, again, turn their mind into a pretzel to justify whatever is on that list if it has anything to do with Trump. But it would just be really, really great to see, just to see how they gonna finagle their way out of this one. But anyway, episode 45, episode 85 is done. We are done, and like I said before, in the intro, expect to see us every week, if not every other week. You'll definitely see more I think I was doing like 1 or 2 shows a month. I'm gonna try to get up to 3 or 4 main event marks. That'll be every week. But just stay tuned. Stay tuned to the channel. Definitely notifications. Please hit the notification. If you already follow the channel, hit the notification tab. It helps us out a lot. It helps us out immensely. Hit that notification tab so you know when we dropping content. I'm bad at this. I told you I'm bad at plugging this channel, but I gotta do better. I will do better. Please, if you're a part of this channel, if you follow this channel, hit the notifications tab so you know when we drop in episodes. And if you're not part of this channel, please, if you're not following this channel, please follow me. Follow me. I got Cap the Great. We talk about sports. That's his area of expertise. Sahai, me and him talk politics. Ty, he just a fool. We had great chemistry. That's who I started this show with. He's gonna be on here more. At least I'm gonna try to wake his ass up so he can get on here. And we all, Mike. We got Mike, and we always have somebody else new rolling through, man. So definitely stay tuned to the Dummast Podcast. Support the channel, and guess what? Peace. I'm out.